Hello guys, this is 12th Harbinger and welcome to my Chiori guide. In this video, I am going to explain Chiori's kit and will guide you on how to build her. This includes her ER requirements, artifacts and weapons. Without any further ado, let's jump right into it. Starting with Chiori's kit. Chiori is a sub DPS that scales on both attack and defense. As of whether you would want to build defense on her or attack, the answer is defense. There are two reasons. Chiori has higher base defense and her defense scalings are also higher. On using Chiori's elemental skill, she will dash forward just like Alhaitham and will summon a doll that will deal AoE geo damage, and if a geo construct is created, an additional doll will be summoned. The duration of this additional doll is independently counted. One more benefit of geo constructs is that Chiori will get 20% geo damage bonus for 20 seconds thanks to her Ascension 4 passive. The dolls lasts for 17 seconds and the skill has a cooldown of 16 seconds, which means you can have 100% uptime on it. Now her Ascension 1 passive is a bit interesting. Based on what you perform after using her skill, you will get a different kind of buff. On jumping, you will automatically switch to a next character. The doll will deal additional damage along with the character's normal, charged or plunging attacks. On the other hand, if you do a normal attack after using her skill, Chiori will get a Geo infusion for 5 seconds. So in short, for sub DPS Chiori, jump after skill, and for DPS Chiori, normal attack after skill. You would mostly want to jump as Chiori is most suited for the sub DPS role as her infusion doesn't last long. Also, if you don't do any actions after using her skill, she will get the infusion by default. Chiori's burst is a nuke. It has a very high scaling and can hit 6-digit numbers quite easily if built properly. It has an energy cost of 60. It's difficult to predict her energy requirements as it's not confirmed how much energy she can generate, but according to leaks she doesn't generate quite a lot of particles. However, being a Geo sub DPS, she will mostly be used in a mono Geo team, which can make her energy cost quite low, around 120. However, if you have less Geo party members like in a double Geo team, her energy requirements can get quite high, up to 150%. But instead of building so much energy charge on her, you should instead go with offensive stats as most of her damage comes from her skill. So you can go to as low as 100% energy recharge and burst every other rotation instead of building a shit ton of energy on her. Now moving on to her artifact sets. The two main artifact sets for Chiori are the Golden Troop and the Husk of Opulent set. The Golden Troop set provides slightly more elemental skill damage than the Husk of Opulent. However, the Husk of Opulent provides a much higher burst damage, which makes it a better option. In scenarios where you burst every rotation, the Opulent Dreams gets better. There's only a small difference between them. As a result, your artifact substats play a huge role in determining which set will be the best for you. Also, the Golden Troop set domain is much more resin efficient than the Husk of Opulent Dreams. As a result, it will be better to farm the Golden Troop set. The Husk of Opulent Dreams can be strong boxed, so you can use the trash pieces and use them to passively get this set. Alternatively, you can use 2-piece combinations of sets that give defense, Golden Troop, Geo damage bonus or attack also work. Nighttime Whispers is also viable, but the buffs are conditional as it requires you to pick up crystallized shards. Moving on to our artifact stats. As I mentioned earlier, she benefits more from defense instead of attack, so for her sands go for defense. For Goblet Geo damage bonus, Defense Goblet is also usable if it has better substats. And for Circlet, crit rate or damage. For her artifact substats, try to get 120 to 130% energy recharge in mono Geo teams. If she is in a double Geo team where her energy requirements are really high, don't build energy recharge. Then focus on crit stats and defense. Attack stats are also decent, but defense is much better. Moving on to her weapons. As I mentioned earlier, Chiori doesn't scale that great with attack. As a result, she doesn't benefit much from weapons with higher base attack, so you would want to use weapons that give crit stats or defense. Starting off, her signature weapon, Uraku Misugiri, is going to be her best in slot. This weapon gives a huge amount of crit damage. Its passive increases her normal attack damage by 16% and skill damage by 24%. This effect gets doubled if any party member deals Geo damage. It additionally gives 20% defense. Primordial Jet Cutter as usual works great on her as it provides a lot of crit rate and also provides attack from its passive. We have great F2P weapon options as well. Harbinger of Dawn is an amazing option due to the huge amount of crit stats it provides. However, it is conditional. In scenarios where it is difficult to keep HP above 90%, like against the Rift Hounds or in Furina teams, use other weapon options. Albedo signature Cinnabar Spindle, which is event limited, is also a great option for Chiori, but is only limited to old players. It is a bit worse than the Harbinger of Dawn with its passive active, as the passive of Cinnabar's Spindle only applies every 1.5 seconds. In presence of two puppets, the Spindle buff will only apply to one doll, as both of them will attack nearly simultaneously. Furina's signature weapon, Splendor of Tranquil Waters, is also a great weapon option for Chiori, only if you have Furina in your team. But this weapon works much better on Furina unless you are forced to use Favonius on her. For other options, we have the BP Sword, Wolf Fang. At R1 it's similar to the R5 Cinnabar Spindle, but at R5 it becomes similar to our other 5-star options. Foliar Incision can also be used as a stat stick, and it provides similar results to the R5 Harbinger of Dawn. Other 5-star options like the Haran and Mist Splitter are also usable but are worse than the R5 Harbinger of Dawn with its passive active. And lastly, in teams with high ER requirements like in a double Geo team, Festering Desire can be quite good. I will post more Chiori videos soon, so don't forget to subscribe to my channel to stay updated. If you found this video helpful, do show your support by liking the video and sharing it. You could just copy the link and that will help my channel a lot. And that's all for this video, thanks for watching.